بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد عن أبي هريرة رضي الله تعالى عنه قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم من قام ليلة القدر إيمانا واحتسابا غفر له ما تقدم من ذنبه رواه البخاري ومسلم. Sayyidina Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu reports Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, whoever stands in prayer and ibadah, worship, on the night of power with sincere faith and with sincere hope of gaining reward, his previous sins are forgiven. This hadith is reported in the Sahih of Imam Bukhari and the Sahih of Imam Muslim. In the commentary, the above hadith mentioning standing refers to salah as well as any other form of ibadah, for example, dhikrullah, tilawah, etc. The phrase with sincere hope of gaining reward means that one should be sincerely occupied with ibadah, with worship solely for the pleasure of Allah and to receive reward from Him. This should not be done for others to see or to deceive them. According to Imam Khattabi rahimahullah, it means that one should have complete faith in the promise that any deed shall be rewarded, and thus one must stand before Allah with earnestness and enthusiasm. Neither should one consider this ibadah, this worship, as a burden, nor should there be any doubt about the reward which will be granted. After all, it is a known fact that when one aims at a high goal and the desire to have a great reward is there, while at the same time having complete certainty of receiving it, the burden of striving hard along an arduous path to attain that goal becomes easy. Similarly, the burden of standing for long hours becomes easy. This is the reason why those who have become spiritually elevated in Allah's sight find it easy to remain in ibadah almost at all times. It will be noted that the hadith speaks about previous sins being forgiven. The ulama have said that this forgiveness that is mentioned in the hadith above and other hadith refers only to minor sins. Major sins can only be forgiven according to the Quran after sincere repentance and tawbah, with the vow and promise never to return to such sins again. This is the reason why the ulama are unanimous that major sins are not forgiven except by sincere repentance. Hence, whenever forgiveness of sins is mentioned in a hadith, the ulama specify it to be minor sins. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make this Ramadan such for us that we get the opportunity to spend not just the night of power but all the last 10 nights at the very least in the worship and service of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make this Mubarak month a source of purification of our hearts and a source of forgiveness for all our major and minor sins. أقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله لي ولكم لكافة المسلمين فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم.